So if you are new here, hello, my name is Gaz and this garden is just 2 years old. So today we're going to have a walk through. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes of just having a look around, and then we're going to talk about every single plant in the garden. I'm going to give you every single name. So if there's something that you like and want to add to your collection, the name will be on the video. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. There will be a full video coming out in the next month or so on the summer house. I only bought that for £80, so I can't wait to show you guys that when it's complete, when it's got a new roof on. So today I'm just going to show you the right hand side of the garden, and I'm going to go through every single plant for you. You guys, you probably know all the names, but just in case you see something that you really love and you're unsure of the name, let's go through it. So we'll start with the Brugmansia. I believe this was my yellow Brugmansia. It flowered very early on, and I haven't had any second flowers off this. So here we have a Kerax variegated grass just here. Just behind it is the Scheffler Taiwaniana. This gets a lovely dapple shade now I've got this summer house. So that's going to be a monster in this corner here. We have another Brugmansia just here, but this was heavily damaged by the slug. So, I mean, it's only about 12 inches at best, but it's a nice little gap filler. If you can take cuttings from your Brugmansias, pop them in the borders. They will fill a space, but they won't perform like they do in a pot. So the red plant, I've had a couple of questions about the red plant. This is a chrysanthemum given to me by Ian. Ian, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Rustiphina. So we have a mother plant at the front, and I've propagated these. We've got a video how to do that. I absolutely love this, especially with the dappled sunlight in this corner of the garden that I've created now. Absolutely love it. So that is my Rustiphina. I do have a large Morning Glory given to me by mother. Thank you. Not flowered yet though. So it's only now I've really understood how many plants have had gifted to me, and I thank every single one of you. This one was Melvin. These are stunning. Now I'm ashamed to say I've lost the label of these canna lilies, so if you're watching it, Melvin, drop me a comment down below, let me know what the variety was, because I've got another one that's twice the size, over 6 foot tall. So this is a beautiful canna lily. Another Brugmansia just here, and I've actually planted 3 in a pot, a yellow, a white and a pink. Believe it, the front here is a pink, if my labels are correct. So I'm excited to see that one in the bed. Let's pan out for you a little bit here. So then just underneath that to the left, we actually have a hardy geranium just here. That's self-seeded. Then we have a hardy fern just there. Then we have a variegated formium just here. Another beautiful fern. I had these off a local site that it's basically a giveaway site, and it asked if anyone would like some ferns, and of course I said yes, and I got about half a dozen. This beauty is castor oil plant. So this is an annual, so when the frosts come, that's it, we won't see it again, compared to some of the plants we've seen so far. So castor oil, ricinus, you can see the beautiful flowers, but they are toxic, and the seeds, some people take them off straight away. I shall dry the seeds out and propagate them next year. So moving to the right, more ferns. We have a lovely sambuca. I always think of the drink sambuca, just there. And then we have a beautiful hardy ginger just there. I actually split that in the spring. I overwintered them in a frost-free shed and split them. So I've actually got 4 flower spikes this year, and I've put them all in this border. So that is my hardy ginger. That's absolutely spectacular. Again, more canna lilies. As you can see, the slugs have had a good time with these. And another chrysanthemum. Just keep deadheading these, and they keep coming back. They're absolutely fantastic, and I think they work really well in the bed. So dropping it down, osteospermum, picked up as an annual. I just loved the colour. Some regions, they may last over winter, come back next year, so that'll be interesting to see what happens. Another Kerex, variegated grass, and then we have a beautiful formium. Now this, I can't remember the variety, I'll drop it down below if I can, but the bindweed's having a bit of a good time in here. Bit too much of a good time, isn't it? But I need to get on top of that. Big leaf plant behind, Musa Baju, so your hardy banana. This is one that will get wrapped up. Just to the right of that, I have a beautiful fig. The variety is called Brown Turkey. I'm yet to have figs, and I got this as a present off my mother-in-law. As you can see, the bindweed, I'm a little bit behind. What I tend to do with bindweed is just snap it so it stops continue going up, and then I'll get down to the base and pull out as much as I can. So down there I have a Dicksonia Antarctica, but not a big grand one that everybody sees. I got it for £5, reduced from a B&M store a couple of years ago. I had a rough winter, didn't wrap it up as early as I'd like, and it took a long time to come back, but it has come back. This is another one of Melvin's canna lilies. Check that out, absolutely beautiful. It's over 6 feet tall. Just below it then, we have a hot lips salvia, really easy to propagate. Just drop them straight into water and you'll get new roots pretty much any time of year. I actually did mine back end and I got a bit of stick. A couple of comments saying they won't root because of light levels, but they did. So that's how I got these plants. These were actually in a friend's garden, so another freebie. So I have my tinctoria, gunnera, a little bit of sun damage, a little bit of water damage. Now if you guys get this, it's really down to inconsistencies with water. I was on my watering daily and I had a couple of days off and it had a meltdown. So that is my gunnera, tinctoria. Now the big one's called manicata. I did order it as a manicata, but it got delivered as this, but I love it nevertheless. I actually got a little banana plant next to this. This will be dug up and moved next year. So Musa Baju, this great big leaf just here. So if I drop down, you'll see a couple of plants. This is a crocosmia. Now you can save these seeds this time of year and propagate these in the spring. So drop them in a paper bag, let them dry out. If you put them in a plastic bag, they'll sweat and they'll go moldy through the moisture. So paper bag is the key over winter. Pop them in some soil in the spring and you'll get some baby plants. These have been beautiful. And below that, an actual hardy geranium, which adds sort of different texture to this style garden, which I love. Staying at the bottom then, so we have a Trachycarpus fortunei. Now these are only small, but let's fast forward 10 years and they're going to be incredible. This is my beautiful orange, triple orange Brugmansia. This is actually the one that I'm doing the experiment on. So if you haven't already, go check out that video as to where we constantly pinch the heads out and get them tallest. We can get them in 1 year. Now you can see where the first pinch out was because it's got a bend in the actual stem. And it's put on a further, probably 3 foot on top of that. I will do a comparison at the end of the season. We'll have a good video on this. I'm hoping it towers over me. I know I'm not the tallest, but I'm hoping it towers over me and we can get some good pictures, and then we'll get some good cuttings for next year, and hopefully we'll get some cuttings for you guys as well, if that's something you're interested in. So this corner slightly struggled. I had a reasonable size cordyline last year, just in the middle here. This is called a cordyline australis. The frost did get it. They are classed as frost hardy, but they do suffer a little bit. Now, as you can see, it's thrown out multi-crowns, so I will need to protect this year. I'm going to give it a bit of a fleece wrap. And in the middle, it's still soft. It hasn't actually gone hard directly in the middle. So I think, that spider, I need to put my hand in it. Just in there. So I think this year I'm going to stuff a little bit of fleece in there. So anyway, I've started in the middle of this corner. So I've got a beautiful bamboo given to me from Julie. Julie, thank you so much. It's lovely. And then we've got a Fatsia japonica in the corner there. And I've actually done a video on how to propagate those from water as well. So I don't know what it is with this corner, but it hasn't done as good. This is a canna, so slightly darker leaf. This is a musifolia. Now, one of the largest varieties of cannas, and as you can see, it hasn't done a great deal, but I had a bit of a dodgy winter with my appendix bursting. So just in front here, we have a couple of Love Lies bleeding, and then a standard fuchsia just here, and they aren't winter hardy. Okay, canna lilies we're gonna have to dig up and put in a frost-free condition, same as my big Brugmansias just here. Moving round then, we have another beautiful ginger. So that's the one that I split. I've got this on the corner. The idea being is you look round to the corner of the garden, you'll see that flowering. I wanted to try and create sort of different shapes and angles in the garden. Just here we have some dahlias. Now I think these are pink. Now I thought they were red in with the theme, but these will die back to a corm and you have to dry the corm out, which is a lot like a bulb. and we can overwinter them. So I'll be bringing orange and reds dahlias into the garden next year to carry on with this hot theme. I love my hot colours within this style of gardening. So we have a beautiful Brugmansia that started to flower, and they're fragrant at night, but they're not frost hardy, but they're worth growing, in my opinion. Just behind that, to fill it up, we have another chrysanthemum which is in dire need of deadheading, but you can see all the buds underneath that. So that's behind there. Let's just drop down here. So another grass, variegated grass. The red one's actually a lobelia. What's done okay. Small plants in this garden really struggle because of the slugs, but I feel like we've had a decent season with the slugs. Let me know down below how you've got on compared to last year, because last year was a joke, wasn't it? I feel like it was much better this year. The taller grass-like ones, if you like that kind of thing, it's just simply sweet corn, just as a bit of a gap filler. Not too bothered about having a crop from it, but it's just a case of filling a gap. And this is actually a beautiful peony just here, what's actually lasted the whole season out, so we must be doing something right. Now, second to last, this is my big Musa Baju, my hardy green banana. The very first plant I ever bought for $9.99 off Amazon, because I watched a channel called, bear with me, Tropical Plant Addict, and she's ace. And she had me hooked. Now, if anyone's interested, this plant is 5 years old. It's had 4 years old, sorry, 2 years in a pot, and this is its second season in the ground, and it was only about 12 inches tall, so that's what we can expect in 4 years. Sounds a lot, doesn't it, 4 years? But it's an absolute beauty. And then again, Fatsia japonica, which does quite well in the shade, and as you can see, this space in the garden, it's covered in shade just because of the absolutely huge banana in front of it. So we did plant up a very small border just here, and it's taken a long time to get going. This is a Trachycarpus fortunei, not looking so good, but it is throwing out some nice new growth in the middle, so I've got to persevere with that. This is a comparison of a red banana that I did. So I bought one from B&M and one offline. This is the offline one. Very healthy plant, but very small. And then Persicaria. I think it's Purple Dragon. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. And then some more ferns, but these are sun-loving ferns. So for gap fillers, Brugmansia there. And as you can see, when they're in the ground, they don't do half as well as in a pot. And then we've got another hot lips there. The island bed that I did, this is the last one. I'm not going to show you any more. I've rambled on long enough, but I just want to go through every plant, because if there's anything that takes your fancy, then you know, we've got the name for it here. You can go and research it. This is called a Bengal Tiger banana. This is absolutely beautiful. Skimiensis, I believe. Again, I think that was £9 from a B&M home bargain store, and it's doing great. Eucalyptus, and notice I've put it in a pot in the ground because these get huge. Not only that, I didn't really want the eucalyptus here, but it was just doing nothing anywhere else, so planted it here for the season. It may get moved next year, it may not. And then Russ, this is a AAA. Russ gave me a couple of plants. I took care of this one. The other one sat in a pot for a little bit, and it doesn't look half as good. That is like a triple yellow Brugmansia as well. And there we have it. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out. And drop a comment down below, as it helps share it out to others who love gardening just like we do. Until next time, we'll see you in the garden. You take care, guys. So today, it's a lovely day, and I'm sorting out the summer house. I don't know about you, but I'm not easily distracted. I can quite easily get on with my job, concentrate on that, and nothing else bothers me.